everyone, and welcome to today's video all about our rabbits. So as you may have seen on our Facebook poll, this week we asked you whether you'd rather learn about the rabbits or the chickens. It was actually a draw this week, but because somebody has very kindly bought our chickens a new swing on our Amazon wish list, we thought that this week we'd talk about the rabbits to allow the swing some time to arrive, because we'd really like to show you what our chickens think of the swing during Enrichment Day. So let me introduce our rabbits to you. In front of me here is Thumper, and just over to the other side is Lola. Now Lola was actually here at Greenvale Primary School before the Arc Centre moved in. We're not too sure how old she is, however judging by her teeth, she is probably a middle-aged to old bunny. Thumper on the other hand, he moved in at around January this year. We think he's about 3-4 years old. He actually came from a rescue centre. So to give you some history about our bunnies, Lola previously lived with a bunny called Chester, who she didn't get on very well with. Because Lola and Chester weren't getting on, we made the decision for Chester to actually live with our guinea pigs. Now this isn't something that we would normally recommend. Chester was a very elderly bunny and didn't move around very much, and this made it slightly safer for him to live with our guinea pigs. When rabbits are excited, they binky, which is where they jump and kick their legs into the air. And this is one of the reasons why it isn't a very good idea for rabbits to live with guinea pigs. Because if a rabbit was to accidentally kick a guinea pig, they could really injure the guinea pig. There are also some diseases that can be passed between rabbits and guinea pigs. However, because Chester and Lola were both very unhappy, along with the advice from our vets, we made the decision for Chester to live with the guinea pigs. Now, even though they weren't living together, they did share a fence line, so Lola did have some company. And with Chester still around, we knew that Lola wouldn't accept another bunny in the picture. When Chester passed away at Christmas time, we knew we needed to start looking for another rabbit for Lola. And we found the gorgeous Thumper, who moved in January. Thumper is a neutered male, which means that he can't have any children. So we won't be having any children with our rabbits. As I'm sure you all know, we are not actually a fan of breeding animals unless there is a social reason to breed them. There are lots of rabbits in the world, and we don't feel like it would be the best thing to breed more rabbits. We would much rather give a rabbit a home that needs a home as opposed to breed more. So let me tell you some of my favourite facts about bunnies. So rabbits are actually found on every continent except for Antarctica. Rabbits are commonly kept nowadays as pets, but they used to be bred for meat. In fact, it's thought that rabbits were brought over on various ships to different countries, where they then obviously bred, and in some countries became a bit of a problem. There is actually a bit of a myth as to why rabbits aren't actually allowed on some ships. It's thought that rabbits were brought over to different countries, and on one trip they were on a wooden ship, and rabbits actually ate a hole in the hull of the ship, which obviously caused the ship to start taking on water. So it's thought that nowadays rabbits aren't allowed on some ferries because of this legend. We don't know whether or not that's true, but it's also not a good idea for rabbits to go on long journeys, as even a short journey can be very stressful for them. Here at the Arc Centre, we actually don't handle our rabbits very much. We might give them a little stroke, for example, very calmly and very gently, but we don't normally pick them up unless we have to for veterinary treatment. Rabbits are obviously a prey animal. This means that they would be hunted by another animal. And the act of picking them up by grabbing them like this is very similar to what birds might do if they were to grab an animal. So naturally, it becomes a little bit scary for a rabbit. Something that people do with their rabbits is called trancing, which is where you put a bunny on its back. Sometimes you have to do this if you need to, for example, check their bum or check their feet. But it's generally considered to not be something that's very good for a rabbit. Because they are a prey animal, sometimes a rabbit will trance if a fox or another animal is going to try and catch them. This is normally as a last resort. They will lie on their back and almost pretend to be dead. Going into a trance slows a bunny's heartbeat and can appear to calm them down. it's not actually calming for the rabbit. They are doing it as a stress response to another animal trying to hurt them. So although some people think that trancing is a really great way to bond with their rabbit, it's actually not as nice as it might seem for the bunny. So thank you so much for watching our video today, everybody, and thank you once again for your continued support of the Ark Centre. We hope you're all staying safe and we look forward to seeing our rangers soon. Thanks guys, bye!